Coming for you, Mewtwo. You know which one's first. The rest of the order doesn't matter. Go, Patrick. Round 2 Mewtwo with Amnesia. And with Rest. Ooh, Patrick survives the Thunderbolt, Thunderwave. I'm not sure if Rest works at full health. It might work if they're damaged. So will they use Rest or not? That's the question. Psychic now. I have two options. The main ones that I want to use. One is use Drowsy, set up Amnesia. Go from there with Psychic or Ice Punch. The other one involves Ponyta. And is a much more annoying strategy. But considering they're paralyzed, we might have a better chance. Because they will be slower than us. We don't need agility. 70% chance to hit, Fire Spin. And even if I miss, there's a 25% chance they'll lose their turn. If they... I think I might be able to survive a Psychic as long as it doesn't crit. If they use Amnesia, that means they're still paralyzed and I can still try Fire Spin again. If they rest, then that really sucks, but then I can set up Agility and then Fire Blast them once and then try Fire Spin once more. But until they rest, I'm going to just keep Fire Spinning. It's going to deal very little damage every time. 12 damage here. So it's going to take many attacks for us to get there. But with them being paralyzed, this might be our best chance. It's either this or freeze them with Ice Punch from Drowsy. We're getting incredibly lucky with multiple crits. Well, that's pretty unlikely. So I'm thinking of lowering their stats, well, lowering their HP to low enough that Fire Blast can take them out. And Fire Blast is 120 base power. Fire Spin is 15 in this game. Which makes Fire Blast 8 times as strong. This deals 12 damage. I think I've seen an 11 as well. So that'll be somewhere between 88 and 96 damage. So once we're around that area, I can start thinking about using Fire Blast. Because Fire Blast is 85% accurate. Fire Spin only 70. So once we're at that point, using Fire Blast is smarter to just get the KO right there. Instead of using a lower chance move, lower hit chance move more times to maybe get them KO'd, but also give them a chance to use Rest again. As long as we keep getting them trapped in Fire Spin, or if Fire Spin misses, which is a 30% chance, we still have that 25% chance for them to be fully paralyzed. It's gonna take a while, but it's a thing that I can do. I don't often use a strategy with Sheep, it's really only there for Fire Blast. Because I built this team for Prime Cup battles, just to see what I could do with Lil Cup eligible Pokemon. But then at level 100, Luigi is the star of the team. That's why it's on the overlay. Only when I use this team do I have that on. Otherwise it's just the Pokémon Stadium 2 logo in that area. Staryu is very good as well. And the others is dependent on what kind of moves I need. And I often only use Ponyta when I need a fire move. And I guess in this case, this works as well. Fire Blast often uses Body Slam if it fights something that fire doesn't hit well, like fire. Agility and Fire Spin I barely ever use. That's basically a last resort. But considering Mewtwo at round 2 is the final challenge in the game, here in Stadium 1, I'm fine with using my last resort. We've gotten into below half already, because we got one Surf from Staryu in, and so far we haven't missed a 70% accurate move. Now, I should note that every time it says the attack continues, it will always hit. But if it says this, that's when the 70% accuracy comes in. Still hits. 80 more damage, and then Fire Blast time. Then watch us to getting to Fire Blast, and then Fire Blast missing, and then it one-shots us with Psychic, or it uses Rest. Because if it uses Rest, we can still try the same strategy. Because then we'll use Agility, Fire Blast them once for good damage, and then Fire Spinning it. Critical. Can't complain about that, because I'm not sure if this applies to Fire Spin. I know with Double Slap in Gen 1, if the first one crits, the rest crits too. Like, it technically doesn't crit, it doesn't say it, but the damage is equal to what it would have done if it was a crit. So will this be like 11, 12 damage or more? 12, okay. So with a move like this, it doesn't remember the crit. But that does mean we're one hit closer to that 88, 96 damage. The thing is, if it's at like 96 or 90, and we use Fire Blast and it doesn't KO, that'd be bad. If we restart a Fire Spin now, then we should get him into the threshold. We don't yet. Let's see how long this one goes for. 96. That's a top range, and we've seen Fire Spin do 11. So I want to do another Fire Spin. The attack continues anyway. Assuming 11 is the lowest, you'd think that 8 times higher power is 88 damage. However, it'll be maybe rounded off. It might be 10.7, it might be 11.2 damage, but then it's rounded up to 11 damage. But I think with the amount of damage it's done, the potential is there to be around 88 to 96 damage with Fire Blast. Now we might still have another turn of Fire Spin. No Fire Blast! Ponyta! No. It did so much less damage, but then we get that one. Body Slam! 100% accurate, let's go! Luigi, the team is usually about you, but today it's all about Sheep the Ponyta. Thank you, Patrick, for the setup with Thunder Wave. And then Fire Spin to victory. We beat Mewtwo at round 2. We have beaten Pokémon Stadium. Yeah, that paralysis was clutch. I said it was rounded up. Like, that was definitely a low damage roll Fire Blast for sure. It had 10 HP left within that paralysis thing, because otherwise it would have used Rest almost certainly.